Okay, today it's a beautiful day here in South Carolina, and today we're going to be doing several things. We're going to process some meat, some beef and pork. We're going to be making some summer sausage, probably some bratwurst, and we're probably going to cold pack or pressure can some meat into jars. I've got a pretty good idea that there's going to be a significant price increase in meat over the next 8 to 10 months. Very significant. So if you, we've made a little makeshift meat market here in my garage. We've got some of the equipment set up. Here's some knives and a cutting board. I want to introduce you to my cameraman, Dylan. Say hi, Dylan.
What's going on, guys?
Alright, here's some stuff over here we've ordered from Midwestern Research and Supply. Pretty good outfit. I bought some stuff last year from them. Some spice package. By the way, you can make your own spices for bratwurst and summer sausage, but ordering it pre-mixed is a lot less expensive. I mean, extremely. If you look at some of this stuff that's on here, if you look at the ingredients, which is online, available online, you would find to go purchase all these spices separately would cost you entirely more than what one of these packs is. $5 or $6, which is enough to do 25 pounds of meat for one bag, and you're not going to buy the spices at the store for that cost. So we've got some stuff to make summer sausage, bratwurst, summer sausage with jalapeno, sure cure, which is you need for anything you're going to smoke, like the summer sausage. Some Italian sausage, we're stuffing that into some hog casings. Bratwurst, we also have some high temperature cheese that we'll put in, I'm not sure what we're going to do with that yet. If we get time, we'll make some ring bologna. There's the casings that you use. And there's the mahogany casings for the summer sausage. I like the mahogany. That's dark. Let me see over here. Over here we have, this is the grinder I got from the LEM from Bass Pro Shops last year. It works great. I think this is the 1 horsepower, or maybe 1.5 horses, I'm not sure. But it does fine, and this is the number 12 head for it. We made over 100 pounds last year for our family. It lasted our family of 4 for over a year, and it done great. So personally, I don't need anything bigger. We'll show you that later on. And so we'll see you in a little while when we get the meat out here. Okay. The meat we're going to be using, we bought at Sam's Club last week. This is the beef. Summer sausage, last year I used 100% beef. It was a little too dry. This year I'm going to try about 70% beef mixed with 30% pork, which I found out is common anyways, as I've learned. So this was a case of beef chuck that we bought. We sliced some of it made some steaks out of it, which make pretty good barbecuing steaks for this summer. We made a few roast out of it, and we're going to turn the rest into summer sausage, and maybe if we have some left over, we will pressure can some of it into jars. These are some pork butts. Boston butts, pork shoulders, depending on what part of the country you're in. They're known as several different things. But, and we'll make some breakfast sausage. I don't have any breakfast links. I wish I would have ordered some now. But maybe next time we'll make some breakfast links. So we'll be making some regular fresh ground sausage out of this. And as well as some bratwurst. And we might cold pack some of the pork as well. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need to do is chunk this up and debone it, and that's the next step. Okay, we're chunking up these beef chuck, and what you want for the grinder and for the jars, the pressure cookers, about this size. That might be about the maximum. Maybe that's about right, and it's a little bit too soft to go through the grinder. So what we'll do is put it, once we get it all finished, we'll put it in the freezer for a little while. Now the ones that are going in the pressure cooker, on the other hand, you want them pretty much at room temperature. And that's kind of critical for to get it to, it can, if it's too cold, it can break your jars and won't seal properly. The beef chuck is quite a bit faster than the pork because it's boneless. There's no bones in here. And see this fat, you may think that you want to trim that out, but I can tell you, because you're judging it by what your hamburger looks like in the store. But what you don't understand is they put a lot of dye in that, food coloring and so forth. So we're not going to trim any of this out of here. And I can tell you, to make summer sausage good, you're actually going to have to add some fat. Like I mentioned earlier, we're actually going to add some pork, particularly the fatty pork, because this is actually too lean for summer sausage. And a lot of people don't understand that if you're used to buying store-bought meat, of how much additives they actually put in it. So we're just about finished here with the beef, and then hopefully then we'll get to cutting up the pork. Okay, for 25 pound, the spice packages for summer sausage, which what we're working on right now, is pre-mixed for 25 pounds of meat. And I told you earlier we want 70% beef and 30% pork. In other words, so for 25 pounds we need 17.5 pounds of beef. And so I've zeroed out the scale, weighed my tare, which is a pound and a half for the pan. And so I have my 17.5 pounds of beef here. And Teresa over there, and say hi, Teresa.
Hi.
She's finishing cutting up, and we haven't decided what we're going to do with the rest of that beef yet. But we're going to put this in the freezer for a while to let it firm up, because it'll run through the grinder a lot better, and it's a lot easier to work with. Okay, we've got the grinder set up with the pan on it. We've got 25 pounds of meat, 70% beef, 30% pork, and we've mixed all that together. We put in our bag of seasoning for the proper amount for 25 pounds. We put in 1 ounce of Sure-Cure, which is for when we smoke it. We'll suspend these in the smoker, and we'll probably have to do another video on that because I think this one is going to get too long. And we got Dominic, our helper here. Say hi, Dominic.
Hi.
He's our assistant. That's enough for that. Okay, and so we've got our seasonings. We've got the grinder set up. The casings, the 20-inch mahogany casings, hold about 3 pounds each. So that's about 8 to 9 20-inch summer sausages we're going to make. The summer sausages are in the house. What you need to do is get them in hot water for a little while, which softens them up and makes them a little more pliable. And so we'll show you a video of us stuffing them in just a minute. Okay, I've got my casings here, my mahogany case. You can get clear. You can get them shaped like footballs and everything else. I'm just going to stuff it all the way on my horn here, and I've got my trusty assistant Teresa here. Whenever you're ready, Teresa, I'm just going to let this fill up and stuff it pretty tight. I want this to fill up pretty tight because as it cooks, it'll shrink a little bit. And I'm just going to let it push that casing up there as it fills. full. And I'm just letting the machine push it off of there. Okay, when it gets about right there, I'm just going to take that and twist it. It's nice and full and tight. Anna, say hi, Anna. Okay, Anna doesn't want to say hi. I've got some little pieces of string cut. Hold that, Teresa. And I am going to
tie it in.
Tie that as tight as I can because I don't want any of the filling to fall out when I... Okay, and there's one summer sausage full. So we are going to fill the rest of these up and we'll talk to you later.